Well, folks, here we are at the beginning of another episode working on the 1978 Coachmen Leprechaun. This one may take a while because I'm going to be working on it when weather permits and as parts come in. Um, I've got the two holding tanks, and I've got a bunch of plumbing parts for the holding tanks, and still waiting on the fender skirts. And oh, seems like every time I think I'm about to finish this thing, we find more to do. But that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. And not only that, it's already snowed here twice, and it's getting kind of chilly, and I'm expecting more. At any rate, let's get after it. Well, there's a pretty good gap right there, but I'll fill it in with some foam and then put some lap seal on there. Well, that's going to be it, but it sure looks better than that broken piece. Well, folks, don't let that blue sky and sunshine fool you. It was 25 degrees here this morning. I think for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and take that carburetor out so I can do some rebuild on it. Yeah, it was a bit chilly this morning. I may complain a little bit about the cold, but at least there's not snow on the ground. It melted off. We've had it snow 3 times here so far. And it makes it a little sloppy for laying underneath the camper, working on the holding tanks. So I decided to do this instead. That was easy. Well, I think I'm going to take this electric choke off, and then I'll be safe to hit it pretty good with some carburetor cleaner. We'll see what that does to it. We'll be back. We won't be back here. We're going to be back inside the camper where the heater works. Okay, we'll do a little more dismantling, and then we'll do some cleaning, and then we'll put it back together, and hopefully it works. This is the carburetor kit, supposedly for this carburetor. I sure hope it is. Okay. That's kind of gunky. Well, there's not much to that kit. Now, these pictures are not this carburetor. And that's kind of irritating. I'm going to have to break out my book and see if these numbers match. Because these numbers do not match these numbers. Well, here we go. Well, folks, as you can see, the landscape has changed a little bit, as well as my attire. Winter is here. I still got a lot to do on the holding tanks need to be installed. I finally have all the parts. An outfit sent me the correct rebuild kit for the generator carburetor, so I need to get that done. But it's taken me a while, and it may take me a little bit longer. I've got some shoveling and snow plowing to do, and I'll get after that before I get after the stuff that I got to do to the camper. I guess I'll get after it. Well, it's the next day. I spent most of yesterday pushing snow and shoveling snow and playing on my little four-wheeler snowplow. I got that done. And that done, I usually take care of the whole alley and the sidewalk going up and down the street. So anyway, that's where yesterday went. And now I'll head inside there and do a little bit more work on that carburetor for the generator. Well, I've got the furnace going to keep things a little warmer. According to my book, this is the correct rebuild kit set for that carburetor. And the pieces look like the ones that came out of it, except they're in a lot better shape. If I could keep a hold of them. That one's folded, but they gave me two of them. Okay. Just for a test fit. Perfect. Well, I'll be right back with the correct tools. Well, it turns out that all my socket walls are too thick to fit down over that, so just do it with the pliers. Being very careful not to get down there where that needle seat is. Needle valve seat. Well, the kit did not come with a new little O-ring that goes on there. We've got a pretty good Ace Hardware store that has a lot of that kind of stuff, so I'm not real worried about it at this moment. Okay, what's left is these pieces, which require me to go to the hardware store for a new little O-ring. This one is squished flat and brittle. Then when I get that all put back together, I'll open the book back up and make the initial adjustments, so when I get it on, supposedly it'll run. We'll see. Okay, went to the hardware store and got a little itty bitty O-ring. It's probably not the exact one, but it stays on the shaft and it goes down and looks like it will seal that hole. So we'll put this down and on there. Put that on there. Tighten this down to hold the a little electromagnet that makes that shaft go in and out. And those are all old pieces. And then we break out the book. Okay, big book says turn this all the way in, tells lightly, and then 2 turns out. 1, 2. And this one, you turn all the way in till it bottoms out. And back it out 1, and 1/4. Properly set, the choke plate will be within 5 to 10 degrees of full open at approximately 70 degrees. Well, folks, it's not even close to 70 degrees out there. It's probably not close to 50 degrees out there. So, maybe we'll just put it back to where it was. Can tell where it was because there's a shiny spot where the washer was. So we'll just call that good for now. And that's it for adjustments. About this that would convince me that engineers don't hate mechanics. You hush. Well, let's see. What it does. Should have put gas in the float bowl. Well, let's see if this helps a little. It's like magic. go turn on the electric heat on the air conditioning unit. See what it does. Running smooth, though. That makes me happy. Well, folks, I'm going to call this the end of this video. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, not like we wanted to at the beginning, and it's been a few weeks since I started this video. And there you can see my two holding tanks, which are not where I want them to be, and a whole bunch of fittings ready to go. A bunch more fittings there ready to go. The problem is, I don't have all of the sensors that I need to install in the tanks before I install them underneath the RV. At any rate, I'm going to finish this here, and hopefully, I'll get some response from the folks that were supposed to send me the parts. Same ones that sent me the tanks, but I'm not doing too good on all of the rest of the order. Some of it's here, some of it's not. At any rate, until next time, y'all have a good one.